First thing you do is you go out and get yourself a tool, and then it saves you a lot of time pulling your tire off. We're going to replace the rotors and pads on a 2011 Kia Sorento, because basically they're shot. You'll love this video. It's going to be quick. Alright, first thing we're going to do is loosen the brake pad bolts back here, which I already broke them free, but you can see they're right on top. And there's one on the bottom. This car is fairly new, so it comes out pretty easy. Then I use a C-clamp, and I can press the piston back in. Just use it gently. See it's going right in. Just take it till it stops moving. There you are. Then you take your brake pad bolts out. Next, you take your caliper bracket off. There's two more bolts in the back, 14mm. Once you get the bolts out, bracket should just slide off. Like that. And I just set that aside for a minute. Then I got to take these two Phillips screws out on this Kia. I use an impact. You can do it with a Phillips screwdriver too. This is a number 2 Phillips, a little bigger. Then you gotta get to your tensioner. So you gotta push this plug in. There's a rubber plug here. I just push it in because it's easier. Carefully though, you don't want it to rip. Okay, hit pause. So next, after we took that plug out, I had to use a pry bar on the nuts a little bit, but I got it turned down to the bottom, and there's a tensioner that you gotta loosen. It's a little sprocket in there. I'll show you it after we take the drum off. But it turns up the hill to loosen it. And you just take your straight screwdriver in there, and there's little gears that you pry on. This one's rusty a little bit, so it might take a little bit of time to get them turned. Okay, so we had to do some beating with the hammer pretty substantially on the back end here, like that. And we also pried in here at the same time with a screwdriver after we loosened the tension on the tensioner to get this off. So that might take you a few minutes for sure. But down here, if you can see, this is the tensioner we were turning. And up was loosened, so we pushed it up that way. Down it's tightened. So you have to find that hole in your, look in there with a flashlight to find these little gears. And so I just pushed it all the way up, as tight as you can get it. Then you just gotta beat it and turn it until it comes off. So then you just put your new rotor on. You line up the 2 screw holes, obviously. Slide that on. Get your 2 screws. Now don't over tighten them. I mean, get them snug, but you don't want to strip it. Alright, next you just tap these pads out. And we are going to put in the new clips. So these just pop out. New ones just pop back in. Just take them out the same way the other ones. Put them back in. Where's the other clip? So that's all there is to that. Then you just take a little grease on there. Put a little in there where the pads sit. Okay. So one of them has a brake limit that squeaks when you'll know your brakes are out. So you put that on the inside. That'll be against the rotor, and then these just slide in and through apparently. And then you just slide the other one in the same way from the outside in. Then you just put the bracket back together. And just snug up your bolts. You can tighten them when you get it back in place. So once you get these snugged up, then you just slide these back on and line up your back bolts. Once I got those bolts in, then I just snug these back up. Keep in mind they're aluminum, so decent amount of pressure, but don't overdo it. Alright, then make sure you find your plug when you take the rotor off as well, and pop that back in. It just pushes back in. And all you gotta do is put the tire on. Good to go.